Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So a couple of weeks ago, I interviewed Valentine Joroga at Naivas, and we talked about a lot of things. We talked about women empowerment. We talked about Datasphere, which is her platform, and I was very honored to speak on it. But we also talked about hand hygiene. Now, as you know, I'm the Lifebuoy brand ambassador for the Help a Child Reach 5 campaign and very passionate about hand hygiene. And so today, I'm going to be having a little chat with three of you, some of my followers, Faiza, Winnie, and Loise. I'm really excited to link up with them. And we're going to be talking about how to balance it all, friendships, relationships, careers. And then after that, we'll do a little sanitation and hygiene exercise as well. I'm here at the Unilever offices. They're so beautiful right here in Karen outside. We're going to be having the conversation inside their offices. So why don't we go? At the Unilever offices, and I'm really excited to meet these three lovely ladies in person. And by the way, it's an office space, so there's going to be a ton of movement around us and behind us and a little noisy, but bear with us, it is a working day. So we have Faiza, who's seated there, and I connected with her on Instagram, as well as Winnie and Loise. And yeah, it's just great to meet you guys in person. I know I've met you briefly somewhere before. It's just really nice to see you guys here. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, they're acting a bit shy now. When the cameras aren't rolling, they're like, let me tell you something. But it's okay. The reason I wanted to meet up was to talk a little bit about balancing. I got a message a while back from a young lady saying it's really stressful nowadays trying to be a young woman, balancing whether it's studies, family, relationships, parenting. And so I wanted to figure out where you guys are in your different spaces and how you create that balance. So Loise, you're a young mom. I think our babies are like 10 days apart. Congratulations. What's it like for you balancing being a mom, a young mom who's also running a business from her home? What's that like for you?
It's quite challenging because I'm still figuring it out, and but all in all, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you had to give up or put on hold in order to create a balance in your life?
Yeah, I had to quit my job last year so as to raise my child and also be there for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's for you, that's a balance that works,
Yeah.
right? Winnie, what about you? What does balance look like in your life?
I think priorities. There's literally nothing like balance, because even when I don't have a family, there is always the need to meet your friends. There is always the need to keep up with your goals, and then there's a need to constantly having to explain to people around you, this is what I'm doing, and then people keep nagging you. So what do you do? So it's very hard to strike a balance. I think just prioritizing for me has worked. That this is how much I can handle within a particular season, and not to be very anxious about the next season.
Okay, I like that, prioritizing. And for you, Faiza?
For me, Janet, it has not been easy to balance. Even if a woman is not a mom, or this thing you sacrifice, especially when you are young. And then my mom lives in Kajiado. That sacrifice, even you're very young in a big city like this. That is a lot, because when you're young, you need someone to hold your hand, to advise you, but you're there, you're that, that stone, it's like, you're leaving your parents behind, you're coming here, you don't know anyone, it's just you and that work, focusing on how to pay back the parent now. Yeah. So it's a lot, it's about, sacrificing a lot, because you have no sisters here, you have no one. It's in a big city, you know how it is.
Yeah, big city, like there's a lot of what pressures are you're all in your 20s, right? Are there pressures that you would say women in their 20s right now are really facing? Is there pressure, for instance, to be in a relationship while working, while pursuing friendships? What kind of pressures are women in their 20s facing right now?
As I was saying, it's quite challenging being a mom and also a new kind of wife to somebody. So managing the two, it's kind of hard, but all in all, I'm managing it.
You're managing.
Yeah.
And what about for you guys? Are there any pressures that 20-year-olds are facing that are hard to deal with, I would say? And what are those pressures?
I think from a woman perspective, I think the pressure to finish school, get a job, at the same time date somebody that you relate, a better income, also create a kind of lifestyle that is not only appealing to you but also to the kind of life your parents have built around you.
Yeah.
There's that constant pressure that was not there before, because for now we can talk with my friend, and by the time we ask them, why do you date this kind of particular guy, and they're like, before I dated him I had to consider whether my parents would accept his kind of social status based on how they've raised me. And there's the need, because the reality is I would finish school, and if you come from a well-off family, your father can give you a job, and you continue with the same good income and good life. But meeting a person, especially in terms of relationship that relates to that kind, takes a really long while. And you have that pressure that I need to be good career-wise, I need to do my master's, I need to bring this guy. Everything has to happen in my 20s generally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to pack in your 20s.
A lot to pack in.
Do you all feel the same way, Faiza, Loise?
Yeah.
Like you have to pack a lot in your 20s, and yet you still feel like, but I have
30s.
I have 30s and 40s. I have a long life ahead of me. First of all, I feel like you're my younger sisters. Oh my God. You're like 20s, in your early 20s. But then how do you then cope with that pressure? I'd like to hear how you cope with it. And I'm sure it gets to you guys sometimes, but how do you cope?
There is no woman that's not strong. Yeah, there's
no
no
woman
woman
that's not
They don't
strong.
exist.
Yeah.
Whether is that, So you guys are this inspirational. Your motive, your work. To you is a passion, but for us,
Yeah. Thank
it's
you.
an inspiration.
Oh God, I'm humbled to hear that. Thank you so much. I think, with what you have, you do the best you can.
Yeah.
I think, but thank you, and I'm so glad I was able to connect with you through the conversations we've had on DM, when we slid into each other's DMs. I think I want to wind this up by asking, what does finding balance look like to you? Like, what do you think will help you find the balance? And I think I can start with you, Loise. What do you think the answer? What do you think the answer is to finding balance in your lives? What do you think the answer is?
In family life, you have to plan. I was telling them. So finding balance in a relationship, in raising a child, you have to plan how to be present to your child, or to be present to your partner. So it's a matter of planning. Yeah.
Okay.
Like your chores, you can't do them all at once. So you have to plan them, like, I'll do this at this time, and then the other one at the other time. Yeah.
Okay. For you, maybe let me ask you a little bit more, is because you're young mom, you're in a young relationship. How does that fit in to a space where, like, you're again in your 20s, I could say that. Did you have to change around your friendships, your priorities? Did things completely shift?
Yeah.
Maybe give us an example of
You
how
have to
that
cut
changed.
some friends off. You have to relate with some people so that they may give you advice, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I
and
think
a lot,
it's
you have to read a lot in terms of nurturing a child, breastfeeding, so on and so on.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's kind of tough. It's challenging.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's quite
We're not
challenging.
complaining. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty challenging. No, but that's great. Like I said, I think you're all extremely, wise, and I see really bright futures ahead for all of you. Thank you for taking time and coming to speak about this. I know it's a topic I'm sure it's something you grapple with even outside of here. You go home and you're like, okay, I have this assignment, but I also have this to deal with, and I have to catch up with my friends and my family. It's not easy. And I can't say it gets easier. It actually doesn't, but you just find better ways to cope as you grow older. Before I completely release you, there's one more exercise I'd like to do with you, courtesy of Lifebuoy. And then I think after that we'll all have a fantastic day ahead. So we'll go there, do a little hand washing with soap exercise. But thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for your wisdom, and I just wish you guys all the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So let's go and do this hand washing exercise. How important is hand hygiene for you guys? I know you're a young mom, so what's it like for you?
It's very important.
Yeah.
Like it's number one top priority.
Yeah, that's good. You?
No, consider it important. In the workspace, you have to look good. The hygiene
Yeah.
has to be something. Yeah.
All right.
To be hygiene, I think it's part of the health. I think that's even the starting point.
Right.
Hygiene to be clean. Yeah.
So I want to show you the glow gem test. So put your hands out for me. I'll just put a little bit of this for you.
Okay.
And this. So this is just to show you under a microscope how dirty your hands are. So this kind of accentuates the germs that you have on your hands. Let's see the people who didn't wash their hands before. So you see what I mean? And the reason why this is important is because then when we do the hand washing with soap exercise and we do the glow gem test again, you'll notice that it's gone. So I'll go first. Okay, so you didn't wash with soap.
Yeah.
You two did. So let's look at the difference with the glow gem. Oh boy, clearly I should have done a better job. Look at that. You see, because she was doing she was really scrubbing. Look at that. The germs are still there because it's hand washing but without soap. There you go. I'm really impressed at how you guys wash it. I clearly failed. But that's just because I wanted it to especially come from you. So it's so important hand hygiene is very important. I think a lot of people take it for granted and so they wash their hands with water but without soap. But you can clearly see the germs are still there. So it just goes to show that you have to use soap.
It was this good.
Yeah, especially when you do
this.
this.
It's just like the other soaps.
Yeah.
That's what I used to think. Now
Yeah.
I see the difference.
So you have to buy.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that experience. Spread the word. Hand washing with soap saves lives. It literally, when you don't, that's why people have so many stomach bugs, diarrhea, all these sicknesses. It's because their hands are not clean and they're cooking your food and you know, and so that's how, and you wonder why so many people are like, I have a stomach bug. If you've eaten at a restaurant, a lot of it can boil down to the fact that the people who are handling the food didn't wash their hands with soap.
We'll go and buy this one. I leave it from here.
Yeah, please. This was part of the campaign when we rolled out in 2016. It's always a little odd seeing myself in front of a picture of myself, but very proud to be a part of the Lifebuoy family. Thank you to Lifebuoy for letting us use their space for today's shoot. Thank you to these incredible ladies for joining me today. It was such a great and important conversation. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you again next time. All right, bye. See you.